Hello, I'm James and welcome to the Hot Performers program on Kalkine TV. In this edition, I'll run the gauntlet over Westpac's 2022 half-yearly results and also take a look at its share price. Earlier today, Westpac Banking Corporation reported a fall in cash earnings for the 6 months to March 2022 because of competitive pressure on net interest margins and higher bad debt provisions. Westpac's profit shrank to 3.1 billion Aussie dollars, a 12% decline on the corresponding period. However, it was up 71% on the prior half period. The bank's board also declared a fully franked interim dividend of 61 cents per share. By 1:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Westpac Corporate Bank shares traded at $24.50 apiece, up 2.79%. The share price is up over 13% on a year-to-date basis, and Westpac's statutory net profit for the period was 3.28 billion Aussie dollars, up 63% in the second half of the financial year 2021. However, it did fall 5% on the corresponding period last year. The bank's cash earnings per share stood at 85.4 cents, while revenue was down 3% on the second half of 2021. It was also 8% lower than the first half of the financial year for 2021. Westpac's consumer segment reported a 15% fall in cash earnings to 1.646 billion Aussie dollars. Meanwhile, its business segment witnessed a 55% dip in its earnings to 239 million Aussie dollars. The Westpac Institutional Bank reported a 3% rise in cash earnings to 306 million Aussie dollars. And the Westpac New Zealand segment delivered a 9% surge in cash earnings to 635 million New Zealand dollars. Westpac's specialist business segment posted a 13% rise in cash earnings to 132 million Aussie dollars. And the bank's net interest margin fell 15 basis points to 1.91%, and its common equity tier 1 ratio stood at 11.3%. Also, Westpac's costs fell by 27%, which excludes 10% notable items due to a reduction in headcount of more than 4,000, lower occupancy costs, and a reduction in spending on suppliers. Westpac CEO Peter King, in a statement, said that the first half of 2022 has been challenging for many customers. Floods, the lingering effects of the pandemic, and the impact of the war in Ukraine have set many customers back and created uncertainty. He also added that they expect the Australian economy to expand by 4.5% in 2022, but slow to 2.5% in 2023. Credit growth is forecast to be a strong 5.7% in 2022, slowing to 4.3% in 2023. All right, well, that's all for this edition of the Hot Performers. Hope you enjoyed the program. Another edition coming your way tomorrow. Until then, make sure to keep it locked here on Kalkine TV for the latest market insights and business news. I'm James Preston, reporting for Kalkine.